First off, there is no biological treatment right now that targets a core aspect of autism. Therefore, I just felt it was my duty to do everything I could to try to bring something new to help these people.
So we are the Dynamics family, and we have four of us. There's 2 kids and 2 adults and 2 dogs. I remember when he was 1 and again at 2, asking our pediatrician, I feel like something is not quite right. It would be kicking my seat, screaming at me, throwing anything he could pick up and find. And it would lead to me in tears because I didn't know how to communicate with my child.
It's a real challenge for some of the families that we work with. In many cases, they're coming to us searching for answers, and we can let them know very quickly that they're not alone.
I think that we help families and parents understand their kid at a different level.
Some of our families have felt shut out by other family members or peer groups because of their kids' particular quirks or challenges. Having that increased understanding of the why behind the challenges really helps.
The ADOS, so that test looks at symptoms of autism pulled apart from things that look like autism, which is lots of things.
It truly is a spectrum. Each individual can get a diagnosis of autism, but they're not all going to look the same.
Some things that were really great. When he wanted a drink, he did communicative reaching, looked at her, drink her, and smiled. And then he did another share with her for a snack. So a couple of positive things that I saw too.
So I'm not just putting these toys anywhere on the floor. They go in a particular order and way, and it's a standardized assessment, so they have to go on the floor. For this toy in particular, I'll do what's called a blocking task. And so I'll block it so the kiddo can't put their shape in. And so what I want to see there is their response.
I'll think about, how is he engaging with her? How's he getting his requests met? He likes the toys, and he's definitely not looking at her. But he really likes that baby doll, and he's going to carry it for the whole day, I think.
So she drew a sink for him, and he's kind of redrawing it over and over again. How you conceptualize why something is happening, I think always is going to influence how you address it. And so I think that really helps a lot of our families, just understanding that it's about how this kid is wired and how their brain is interpreting the world. He will enjoy some nonverbal reciprocal interactions.
When we got the diagnosis and started sharing it with other people, things dramatically changed for our family.
I've seen families cry tears of joy over finally having an answer.
Without that diagnostic label, you are not getting access to these services that we know are proven to make an impact on a kid's life.
Should we give her blonde hair or brown hair?
Blonde hair.
You can say draw her blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
Say draw her blonde hair.
Draw her blonde hair.
Nice job, dudes.
I really do feel like it's important to understand yourself. And so I think being able to help some of our kids that are getting older understand how their brain is wired and what's going on with them, I really think that that's super impactful.
If you were going to structure the way you spent your time with a job.
I never thought about that actually. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Our whole goal is to help people do those things they want or need to do every day. And so for him, those things he wants and needs to do is to kind of grow up and become an adult.
We have occupational therapists and speech therapists, ABA therapists that work here at the Thompson Center and see patients every day.
My dog's name is Jasper.
My dog's name is Bingo.
Your dog's name is Bingo. Super cool.
What we've done very, very effectively is brought clinical care. We've brought services, the tops in assessment, frankly. But understanding the biology of what's going on in autism, that's something that is a real opportunity.
They're looking at biomarkers and genetic markers, and as they start to learn, causes and impacts on treatments, they share that information with the clinicians.
The research core here, they are fantastic. We've actually become involved in clinical trials. Some of these are national trials, but we've developed our own as well. And that is a project that's being entirely done within the Thompson Center and received our own independent funding. And in those cases, there is no corporate interest involved. We are simply trying to help.
The folks here that are doing research are also seeing patients in clinic. And I think those are the best researchers to have on your team.
To come here and to see a community wrap around a family is just really refreshing.
Hey, we're your autism family now, and if you have a question tomorrow or when he's 18, you call us and we will figure it out.